It's our welcome back offer. Get the best of news, docos, sport, movies and so much more. And during November, get this great deal. Call 0800 61 61 61 and come back to Sky today.
When you found a good bargain, does it really feel like jackpot?
There's a jackpot of 4-day Manchester deals right now at the Warehouse. With an amazing 30 to 50% off a huge range of Manchester, including a massive 50% off Home Basics towels, 30% off all Mason Door duvet covers, and an unbelievable 50% off selected rugs. Deals must end Sunday, so get in quick to
Arnott's new Vita Wheat crackers. Light, crispy, and perfect for entertaining. They're also surprisingly tasty.
Rove's throwing the biggest barbecue ever. The invites are out, the music's sorted, and the bangers are sizzling. So join Rove and the gang for the last episode ever. Brought to you by McDonald's. Rove, Friday on 3.
If you've ever been to Tāne Mahuta just below the Hokianga, and many of you will have, the world's largest kauri tree, somewhere in the region of 2,000 years old, you'll understand the awe it inspires. But wherever they are, kauri trees are beautiful, unique to the North Island of New Zealand and increasingly under attack. The enemy is microscopic. It's a water mould responsible for the deaths of an unknown number of kauri trees, perhaps thousands, across the upper North Island, and the situation is getting worse. So are we now facing the terrible prospect of a future without kauri trees? Tristram Clayton investigates.
A creeping black death is attacking our forests. In its sights, Agathis australis, the mighty kauri.
Yeah, so those are the two that's the next tree we're worried about.
Wes Bycroft has lived among the kauri of West Auckland for over 30 years.
We just love the bush, and of course the kauri trees were a special feature of it. We've got quite a few at the top here, and then further down through the bush we've got a flat area with a little clearing, and it's got even bigger kauris.
But 5 years ago, they started dying.
It's got us really worried, and of course we've invested a fair chunk of our life, most of our life, in living here and being part of that environment, and we're dead scared we're going to lose all the kauris around the house.
Must be heartbreaking.
It's horrible. The one we cut down, I mean, I used to, back in the 70s when I went past to go to the loo, because we had a long drop loo, I used to hug that thing, you know, and it sounds silly, but in fact, you know, you got to know the trees as an individual tree.
And it's not just Bycroft who's feeling the pain.
We've got, you know, areas where there's been, 50 trees, 100 trees that are declining and dying or dead. We know that seedlings, saplings, the young rickas and the big trees are affected by this. And so it's taking out all stages of the kauri life cycle.
Nick Waipara from the Auckland Regional Council says kauri are dying right across the upper North Island. The hardest hit area is the Waitakere Ranges in West Auckland.
If you went in behind the bark there, it's a Gomberg, it's rotten, it's gone.
The area of biggest concern, the Waipua Forest in Northland, home to the biggest kauri of all, Tāne Mahuta.
Well, yes, if you look here, for example, it shows that this disease, can affect big trees. So any big tree, in theory, is at risk.
But while the victims are massive, the cause is microscopic.
All right, so what is happening here exactly?
Well, what's happened basically is that the pathogen has infected through the root system and moved up the roots and arrived at the base of the tree. So what you're seeing is the tree's reaction to the infection, which is what we're calling gummosis or the gum bleeding. And that's the reaction of kauri when they're damaged or when they're being infected or attacked by insects, is to bleed, to try and bandage or heal or wall off the disease.
So this is a reaction to the pathogen having entered inside the tree?
Mm.
So what?
The name of that giant killing pathogen is Phytophthora taxon agathis, or PTA. The organism is a close relative of the one that caused the Irish potato famine in the 1840s, but this one only attacks kauri trees.
We know of quite a number of diseases of kauri, but by and large they don't kill the kauri stone dead, whereas the evidence is that this one in fact does that and can kill even the large giants.
Ross Beaver from Landcare Research is leading the fight against Kauri Dieback.
Gradually creeps up the stem to the base of the trunk. It never seems to get up very high, more than about a metre or so, and at that stage it then spreads around the trunk and essentially ringbarks the tree.
That starves the tree's branches of nutrients, causing them, then the whole tree, to die.
In the longer term, there may well be ways that we can target and in fact sort of cure to some degree anyway infections on individual big trees. And there are chemicals that can be used potentially for this purpose, but we need to trial them and to see that how they work in kauri. And this is a bit challenging because of we're not dealing with a sort of an orchard of nice uniform trees. But there are techniques out there to do that.
So you are confident that you will one day have some form of treatment?
I think we will have a treatment that you could use on individual trees, yes. I think we're not looking at eradication of a disease like this. It's not feasible.
In the meantime, the catch cry is prevention. The government recently gave $4.7 million towards fighting the disease, which is spread by soil and water movement alone.
So it's that transfer of dirt or soil through, say, footwear, tyres, equipment, being dirty and having those spores in them, and that's how it will move. So a simple message of making sure you have clean equipment, tyres and shoes when you're visiting kauri forests is a simple message, I think, and most New Zealanders would buy into that, especially if they know then that can help the kauri.
Just from Clayton reporting. After the break, a remarkable collection of old motorbikes that's about to go under the hammer in New Zealand. In the meantime, ponder this.